Hey, hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. I recently released a video where I shared my dark secret. I'm a terrible, terrible Hanzo player. However, you guys stepped up to the plate and gave me a ton of advice on how to improve, and I read all of it. I've been working on it a little. We did one warm-up game before this too, so I should be in the rhythm a little. And I hope that we can start to apply some of these changes. And then once we actually hit the golden ring on Hanzo, we'll revisit and see where we're at. As of right now, I am 3 levels away from that. So maybe a dozen games away from that at the moment. The friendly team, Hanzo, Varian, Rhaegar, Tychus, and Johanna. The enemy team, The Butcher, Johanna, Tychus, Tracer, and Lucio. Very intimidating enemy team. I'm not going to lie to you, especially when they're doing shit like this. But hopefully we have what it takes to win. At level 1, we did go for the scatter quest once again, and hopefully we can actually land it against some of our enemies today. Lucio very low on the back line there. Let's put some vision in that bush, maybe help out a little bit. These guys were relentless coming to our front door, but all in all, that wasn't that bad. We just lost our Rhaegar. That could have been way worse. We do need to take some of that meat away from the butcher when we can. All right, TLDR for Hanzo. Straight line skill shot on Q. Takes time to charge up. W ability scatters off of walls and then deals more damage if we do that. And our E ability scouts anything. It just gives us vision of an area. So, when we played Hanzo in the last video, I was basically just doing scatter shots like what you just saw there. Very, like, I need that to hit in front of me. Perpendicular is the word. However, I have been working on the kind of long-range scatter shot, and I hope you see at least somewhat of an improvement today. Now, I have made a bit of a, you know, that's kind of been my thing, where I start really bad at a hero and I just grind it out and grind it out and grind it out until I get better. However, we're chasing gold rings now. I'm not trying to play this game for the rest of my life, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get my gold rings and improve along the way. So we have to do a lot of improvement in a very short amount of time. The enemy team is super duper deadly. Our talent at level 1 was simple geometry. Basically, we just need to hit heroes with the scatter shot. Proving very difficult as every single hero is hiding behind wow, look at an intense fight up top. Holy shit. Butcher just literally let Tychus attack him. What the fuck? Okay. Serrated arrows, scatter arrows deal more damage to non-heroes. This means we can start to do a little bit of jungling. And this time, luckily for me, we're on a map that actually facilitates that. I was venting some of my frustrations in the last video because most characters that have PvE talents, once they take them, can do a lot of PvE things by themselves. However, with Hanzo, fighting a night camp is still super duper deadly and not something I'm trying to do by myself. Those giants, on the other hand, though, we can take them down just by avoiding some of their autos. Another discovery I've made is I'm kind of self-sabotaging with the scatter arrows on Hanzo because I hold down spacebar to keep my camera centered in on me to make viewing a little bit easier. However, when I go for these shots, that's also sliding my crosshair, my aim. That's sliding that along with me. And we need to have very precise aim for what we are trying to do. So to fix that, every time I go for a shot, we are not going to hold spacebar. It's super weird. It doesn't feel comfortable to me at all. I've been playing heroes this way for fucking years and years and years, but we're trying to make it work. You know, the funny thing is that all started because I wanted to make my videos easier to watch than what a normal MOBA video might look like. All right, now we can start to actually get some scatter arrow damage in here on these guys. As Tychus moves forward, we'll back up here and get never outmatched. This is going to give me cooldown reduction every time I auto attack. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Johanna's not really moving. So that's going to give me a lot of CDR. Hey. Get out of here, Johanna. We're at 8 out of 20 stacks on our level 1 quest right now. Once we finish this quest, we're actually going to be firing off more projectiles with every scatter arrow. And once again, as she starts the fight, we'll move in and attack her. Whoop. There we go. And just try to get auto attacks in at max range. One thing I've been doing too is not trying to get the perfect W every time. Sometimes you just need to fire one of these off, right? So if it looks like it might land, I'll just let it go. At the end of the day, it's only a 6-second cooldown, right? So if I could just fire that off. Ooh, big scatter onto Lucio right as he was stunned as well. That was pretty big damage. Unfortunately, Varian forced to run away here, and he's not getting far at the moment. The enemy team desperate to push us out of this area, even though the objective's already over, and the friendly team did an excellent job securing it. We are at 18 out of 20 on our quest right now. It just keeps getting better. Tychus in the bush makes that 19. Auto attacks here. Is Tychus still back there? Perfect! Yo, 5-minute quest completion. Not half bad. 4 members of the enemy team continuing to stay in the middle lane. So if they want to stay here, they're not getting XP anywhere else. Perfect taunt under tower as Varian reemerges from the fog. Rhaegar jumping in, slowing down Tychus. Oh, unfortunately, I missed my cue there. Butcher thinking about charging, decided not to go in on me. How nice of him. Quick scatter to hit him as he was pushing forward. Another scatter at the top. Oh my god, with a Varian? Actually, I might be able to aim my scatter arrows. Imagine that. Tracer super slowed down. We have Tychus attempting to move forward and continue that damage as we shoot off another scatter into the back line. We can at least poke at this guy a little bit. Perfect. Damage so far, 20,000. That feels excellent. Friendly team going for a merc camp right now. Let's try to help them out with that. I want to be doing this every opportunity I can. We do have really phenomenal damage for stuff like this. If I could get someone to tank it for me, I would love a hand over here because I can clear this before the next objective starts too. Now, we used Dragon Strike in the last video. That's the main reason I'm using it again. I received a lot of advice on how to make this ability work for me a little bit more. And part of that advice is simply just not caring about it. It has a minute cooldown. Just use it. If it looks like it might deal damage to someone, let it fly. It's only a minute cooldown. Who cares? And especially once we hit level 20 and reducing the cooldown even more, just sending this ability out is going to be an excellent use of our time. Now, Tychus is opting to push the top lane, so we could potentially be outnumbered here, but we see the enemy team is matching him with Tracer up there. We do need to get inside. Let's fire off one of these. It looks like Tychus for the enemy team kind of holding this corner. Butcher charging in. Let's hit him with a dragon arrow right as he goes to initiate. Perfect. Tracer moving in on me. We don't like that. Let's fall back. Good scatter arrows to the back line of the enemy team, though, as they are continuing to push forward. I don't have my sippy cup just yet, but I do have a scatter arrow on the wall for Tychus. He returns a grenade to me. Ooh, very quickly. As he runs away, we'll continue poking. Now, I think most of the friendly team is fighting on the objective beneath us, but unfortunately, I cannot look away. Yeah, enemy team is going to walk away with this one, which is totally fine. Tychus is getting a lot of value up top. He's clearing a tier 2 structure. The enemy team's only getting a tier 1 structure, so fucking who cares? She's diving pretty deep. Maybe overestimated her damage. Maybe just knew she could survive a little poke under tower. All right, we do lose our bottom building. Enemy Tychus is responding to that top push now. And the enemy team looks like they're still trying to run it down. Butcher potentially looking for an engage here. Just missed that scatter arrow completely. And hey, what are we going to do? We're going to fire off our ultimate because it looks like it might hit someone in here. So why not try? It at least removes the entire middle of the lane. They can no longer use that. Kind of like a magma wave. That area is just off limits all of a sudden. Butcher for the enemy team is running away super low. Friendly team does walk in and finish him off as Tychus rotates in. I'm kind of playing this area because I'm scared. But it looks like, yeah, it's a pretty good push out of here. Tychus getting in that ode, and that means we're going to be sieging these guys down for a little while. Let's just fire off some scatter arrows off the backboard every chance we get. Odds are it's going to hit something, right? Just send it. See what happens. Just let it loose. Bouncing off the wall as well means the enemy team might have a hard time predicting where these things are going to go. It might just fall into their lap. We might just get that free damage. 10 seconds on Dragon, and I feel like this will be a pretty good use of it to fire it just through the wall to zone this enemy out so we can take this down. Same thing here. If they want to defend this, they have to defend it through a dragon that is now removing them from the area. Enemy Johanna is moving up. The friendly taking the tower right now. Maddie is going to have to evacuate the area, but we have more than enough minions to secure that building. Perfect. Now, what I would like to do, if we can, is try to steal this camp from the enemy team. Our scatter arrow, once again, super proficient, especially at this point in the game, with that increased PvE damage. As Lucio's running away, I'm going to continue to back up, but ooh, that's looking a little spicy. Maddie trying to peel for the friendly team, but I am not going back in that. It looks like a bad idea. That's a 3v5. Nope. Nope. Nope, not me. Not me. Although Dragon's almost back up. Do we go in now? Friendly team is starting to get taken down. I pulled the boss on accident. Hopefully that doesn't have any negative repercussions. Enemy team's butcher is zooming in on our... Oh, fuck. I didn't get the angle. Oh, God. Gross. Oh, gross. We're out. Get out of here. Thank you for pushing me towards my sippy cup. I will use it now. That was really nice. Wow. All right, we are going to have a little awkward of an objective at the moment, but that's okay. Let's make sure we get the correct angle for pushing through this minion wave. Actually, the enemy team not jumping on it, which means they're on boss. The fun thing about my ult is it doesn't deal damage to PvE stuff. So potentially I can use it in situations like that to zone away an enemy combatant. Butcher thinking about coming in under tower, decided not to. Now, the good thing about Hanzo is, well, a boss is in fact a PvE mechanic, so I can damage it real good. We'll follow this thing down the lane and clean it up. Enemy team's Tychus is cleaning his lane too, so our team is not outnumbered while we're doing this. And hopefully with my scatter shot damage, it doesn't deal too much to our actual towers. Small tip here, just in case it wasn't clear in the last video. For whatever reason, scatter arrow stops on heroes when you're firing the initial arrow, but after the initial arrow, it stops on heroes when you're firing the initial arrow, but if you're looking at minions, if you're doing anything PvE related, that arrow will travel through and then scatter off of the wall behind them for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I'll take it. Whatever. Clicked on my map on accident. Enemy team is getting that bottom objective right now. As we're running it down middle, maybe we just fire up one of these, because fuck it, why not? It'll do a little damage. Whatever. Bot lane is still being collected, although it looks like it's done now. The enemy team did reclaim a lot of ground during that objective. However, we still are pushing in against that tier 2 top lane. So I'm going to try to get this merc camp moving in that direction for us as well. Again, I'm not great at this, but hopefully... I was hoping the ricochet would be a little bit better. Oh, God. Am I dead? Kite it. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. I got it. Oh, yeah. You see what I mean? That's just fucking awkward. We have a PvE build. We're just too squishy. 40,000 hero damage in today's match so far. Enemy team's Tychus matching that almost exactly on his side. This scrap in the middle lane is still going as the Butcher charges forward towards our Rhaegar, landing that silence as well. Johanna flying into the air and crashing down above him. As they go to progress forward, we will hit them with the Dragon. Thought it was going to do a little more damage, I'm not going to lie. We see Tychus very close to the wall there. Lucio moving in as well, and the Butcher is starting to get fucking stacked. Still backing up. Lucio jumping into me. We can deal some damage there. Johanna jumping into me. We could deal some damage there. Boom. Got the auto attack. Butcher still moving away. We can hit him with some more scatter arrows as he's backing up. Enemy team did win that trade, and the Butcher's sitting at 152 meat right now. Are they going for our merc camp? If not, I would like to have it. Perfect scatter. Immediately kills that first enemy, and we can gather this very, very quickly. Okay, perfect. They are not doing theirs. We see them instead in the top. Ooh, never mind. Tychus was in the area. I think we take this no problem. I'll scout that bush. Scatter this. If he wants to move in on this, I'll just fucking ult him. Butcher's missing from top, so we can assume he's rotating into us for some easy meat. So we want to back the fuck up, and we'll move towards the objective. Now, the Butcher was in the top lane, but that doesn't matter. If you don't see the Butcher, that means he's coming for you, and that's exactly how you should react. every single time. Johanna with a really good engage here. Scatter arrow, however, was way less good, and the Butcher, instead of fighting back, just waddles away towards death. Tychus is being pushed in the top lane, moving towards me now. We're going to fire a dragon into his pet. You know, fuck it. Just let it ride. Whatever. Varian is on the objective. I would like to be by Varian. So let's move that way. Johanna is flanking the enemy team right now. We're getting damage on that mid tower. I don't remember the pattern for where this shoots. I really feel like I should. Wait, can I do this? There's only 4 more shots. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm okay. There we go. Cleared top and middle with the final blasts. Unfortunately, I was forced back to base as the fight is continuing here. Varian moving in on 3 members of the enemy team. Make that 4 as the Butcher charges in. But not a lot of backup coming towards him. He does manage to get himself out of the charge, and an Ancestral Healer coming down from our Rhaegar keeps everybody healthy. Varian turning the aggression around on Lucio. We're going to fire this dragon right here, boys. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, that one was all right. Probably could have been better. Boss is up. They won't expect it. Let's do it. They'll never know. We're level 20. They'll never know, dude. They'll never know. Kill this shit. It's a perfect plan. It's so stupid, they'll never see it coming. We're also going to pick Dragon Awakens at level 20. Not only do we have a very short cooldown already, but now when we land our abilities, it's going to lower the cooldown of that Dragon Arrow even more. The enemy team is starting to move in. However, Butcher's a little late. I think we can do this. He's going to charge right on the point. I mean, right? That's what Butchers do. Okay, perfect. Now, with boss up, let's follow this down in the... Ooh, that's a terrible arrow. What the fuck? What was I aiming at? Let's follow this down in the bottom lane and hopefully get a good push with it. We're not going to have a ton of minion support, but the boss itself should be able to take this down. Enemy team does have split deaths with their main tank being ceased at the moment, so that's also a very good thing for our push. If they group up around this, we're literally just going to fire the arrow. If they want to start fighting back, they're going to have to do it inside of that arrow. Moving up towards the core now, this is where I struggle the most with Hanzo. Fighting around this core with Scatter Arrow feels fucking impossible. I don't know how to do it. Lucio taking a lot of damage at the top of the screen as he tried to run through the dragon. We'll try to scatter towards Butcher. That did land. 30 seconds on our cooldown right now. But things are actually looking pretty okay. Back it up behind the wind. Boss is still alive. Boss is still pushing. Every time we land an auto attack, it's lowering our cooldown. Okay, good. The game's over. I didn't want to talk about that scatter arrow. That was really bad. So I wouldn't say that it's coming natural to me yet. I have to focus a lot, and I make a lot of mistakes along the way. But it is getting a little better. Very sincere thank you to everyone who is giving me advice. I'm not even kidding. I'm going to read through all of it again tonight and see if I can apply any more of it to my game. The idea of hitting people with a skill shot by not shooting it at them just completely breaks my brain. Ugh. All right. Well, looks like with that game, we're going to hit level 12. 3 more for the golden ring. And I think next time we show off Hanzo on the channel, it'll be when we're there. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.